Morning everyone, hope you're doing really well. I am up at my mum and dad's house in Hathersage representing Mountain Rescue with my mug here. There's my mum. So I'm heading out on a gravel ride today. I'm going to be doing some training. I'm trying to stick to my training plan, as you know, which isn't always a piece of cake with all the kids, but seeing as I'm up here just with mum and dad, I can get out and have a nice ride. I'm going to meet mum later outside for a cheese toastie. But yeah, for now, I'm just going to go grab my gravel bike, which is probably absolutely disgusting because I rode here over Cutgate, which is this ridiculous route over from Huddersfield where I was staying. I'll tell you more about that on the ride, but hopefully my bike isn't entirely rusty. I think at the very least, I probably should have wiped down the chain, but I just forgot. It took me so long to get here, and when I arrived, we were about to go out for dinner at the Plough, which is this nice pub near Hathersage. So, excuse me, that was a bit of lemon. So I just left it. I'm going to regret that, aren't I? I've only just about dried my shoes out. Oh dear, bike is looking very sorry for itself. Look at the state of it. The bar tape is still wet. Oh no! Oh God. I think I'm going to need... That's a Silka gear wipe. And I've got some lube. I am a bad bike mum. Okay, this is embarrassing. Why am I sharing this with you? I will give it a quick once over. I'm not going to clean the whole thing before I go for a ride because it's been raining. I'm going to get muddy again. And, well, I've only got 2 hours before it's cheese toasty time. So let's just give it a quick wipe. I don't think I can ride it like that, actually. I mean, it's gritstone around here, so it's full of tiny stones. I can't grind down my chain ring, all my components like that, so I'll give it a quick rinse. Just looking in mum and dad's garage to see what they got. I'll give it a quick rinse and then we can ride. Oh, God damn it. I think I just need to find a car wash. Hello, mum. Does anyone know why my eyes and nose stream so much when I go outside? It's like I'm allergic to the outdoors, look. So annoying. And it does it whether I'm wearing glasses or not. It's irritating. Anyway, heading up out of Hathersage towards Grindleford Station Cafe, one of my favourite places for a pint of tea and a chip butty. But I can't have that today because I'm meeting mum and dad for lunch. I love cycling around here. It's always so nice to see mum and dad, and also I love the cycling. Growing up here, I didn't even ride a bike. I mean, I had a bike, but I only rode it in as much as any other kind of normal kid does. Occasional potter without a helmet. No one wore helmets then. That's very kind of you. Thanks guys. Just down to the cafe. Ah, lovely. Woohoo! Little bouncy one-handed. Aye, aye, aye. I really want to buy a bell for my gravel bike because you're often riding along shared tracks and there are walkers. But if you just ride up behind them and say politely that you're coming through, I feel like sometimes that's not taken as politely as you mean it. Whereas a bell, well, you know, that's the standard way of alerting people you're there. So I'm going to try and get a bell for this gravel bike. If you know of any nice ones, let me know in the comments. Come on. Oh. Well, I didn't know that. I thought it was a bridleway. I did not know you not meant to ride down it. And I'm on it now, so I've just got to. I blame Dad. Dad, you told me to come this way. So nearly at Grindleford, that didn't take long. Just past Mum's old wildflower nursery that she used to run way back before quite so many people were into environmentalism. My mum was a conservationist, won an award for it, and and set up kind of wildflower seed banks. Very interesting now. Like back in the day I thought it was dead boring.
28.
Oh. I mean, it's never closed. My brother used to work as a washer-upper there, and they didn't have hot water. You had to do all the washing up in cold water. Can you imagine? I think he got about 50p an hour as well. But they have an open fire in there, and you can get, you know, big, like I said, pints of tea, beans on toast, amazing bacon sandwiches if you eat meat. For me, chip butty is the winner. Loads of vinegar and some brown sauce. Anyway, not doing a long one today, so I'm going to hang a left, head up to Longshore, then up Burbage Brook, which is one of my favourites. So nice here. Going up. A bit sweaty. Just doing an effort up that hill. It's really nice now I've got my pound meter on my gravel bike that I could do that kind of thing. Well, I could do it anyway, but I like being able to analyse it afterwards. Anyway, I'm going to nip down through Longshore along this gravel path. This bit I'm just going to chill on, and then we're going to head back round and I'll do another effort up Burbage. Lovely. Can't believe the sun is out. It's making me sneeze. Can't be hay fever, can it? I mean, it's September. Anyway, this is definitely a go slow, ring your bell kind of place. So, just gonna chill. So nice to be up north for a few days. I've had such a fun weekend. I was over in Leeds on Saturday for Restrap Rando, which was just a really fun, well, 5-hour gravel ride with Sam, some beers, lots of nice people, my kind of vibe. And I do not regret not doing the UCI Gravel race in Wales on Sunday, because it looked pretty savage. Really massive well done to all the people that did that and qualified, including my friend Rachel, woohoo, a year after knee surgery. But yeah, that's just not my kind of gravel riding at the moment. I mean, never say never. Really, what I like is to be competitive, but with a bit more adventure thrown in. That's why I enjoy the ultra cycling, the bike packing races, rather than just straight up suffering for 5 hours on a course that doesn't really suit me. I really enjoy things like Grind Euro, where there are timed segments, and so you can ride with your mates and then go as hard and fast as you want on the shorter stages. And I really, really like, well, I like technical gravel riding. I like the fun stuff. I like bridleways that are tricky to ride or even silly to ride on a gravel bike. I don't really just like a road race but on gravel. It's not my bag. Also, I'm not so good at that kind of riding, so I'm sure that's influenced what I do and don't like. I struggle climbing the hills, and then I'd like to think that I'm fairly good at the descents. So yeah, I prefer that kind of thing. There's not enough technical stuff in UCI gravel races for me, but kudos to those that do them and love them. Each to their own. Look at that view. Here we go, Burbage Brook. I love this climb. I mean, I prefer the descent, obviously, but it's just really lovely down here. I wonder who's got the Queen of the Mountain. I'm gonna have to have a look at that. Oh, it's too hard to film and... The one-handed filming up here is a bit of a challenge. Whew. Right, time's getting on. Best go meet Mum and Dad outside. I do love riding up here. I mean, Devon's nice, but I am there all the time. Well, I mean, I'm not. I do travel a bit, but when I'm at home, I'm there all the time. I've just got to outside and I'm going to go inside. I didn't know this, but if you ask, they'll lend you a bike lock, and I can lock my bike up here. It's got to be one of my absolute favourite shops. I also really like Alpkit, which is also in Hathersage, and every time I come here I struggle not to buy anything. Anyway, back to the subject of UCI gravel racing, probably worth mentioning, I have actually done one. Last year I raced the Gralloch in Scotland, and it was just really, really brutal. I didn't make a video about it because I wanted to be able to give it my all, and I really did. I went for it. But I can't say I enjoyed any of it. We were cycling past all these locks, and I just wanted to stop and get in and have a swim. And I was really looking forward to the moment when I could do that. And I really suffered on all the climbs. So I felt like I'd be really blown out my ass to stay with the women that I wanted to stay with on the climbs, and then I would speed up on the descents and blast past them all and get away a little bit, but then they'd catch me on the climbs. So we were kind of yo-yoing like that the whole time, like a rubber band. But the difference is they were going slower on the descents, which wasn't depleting their energy stores. But the difference is because of our different skill sets, me being quicker on the downhills and then being quicker on the ascents, it meant that I was really using up all my energy, really depleting my batteries every time I tried to go at their pace on the climbs. And then they would go slower than me on the descents, but that wasn't taking up any more of their energy. Does that make sense? So anyway, I ended up finishing that race. I think I was one position off qualifying for world champs. So if I'd enjoyed it, I could have made the decision to knuckle down and train really, really hard and try and qualify for world champs. But the thing is, I just didn't enjoy it. I hated it. And I'm riding my bike for fun. So that's the story of my UCI gravel racing. Done and dusted. Anyway, I'm going to go meet Mum and have something to eat, and I'll catch up with you guys another time. Bye.